Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it is BOLO Day. This is a day we tell you some sales highlights from eBay over the past week. What sold, what it sold for, and why it sold, if we at all know. Where we got it from, how you can find it, many, many more great things. Take it away, Mr. Magazine.
All right, up we have here Pinky and the Brain, Warner Brothers, vintage 6-inch statue. Pretty cool. I remember that from back in the day. I bought this from a local gentleman who had a bunch of artwork.
I just looking at the price.
And it was damaged too. It would normally go for about $300 to $350.
Really?
I think I took a $200 offer. I paid him like $80 for it, but it's pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's very fragile, so we hope it makes it in one piece. I will cross my fingers.
Did it come in a box originally? Probably.
Warner Brothers, probably not something that big.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Well, how big is it? Oh,
16 inches. It's a pretty big statue. Yeah, I don't know though.
That does look very fragile with those ears and stuff. What was the damage?
Down by the foot somewhere, some chip. You see the crack there on the little right side there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Excellent condition with some blemishes and dust marks. Oh, and then you say the foot. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. All right. You see that out there? Yeah. Buy it, collect it, scarf it up, but be careful shipping it.
There you are.
Next up, vintage Kenner 1980 Star Wars vehicles, B-Wing, Snow Speeder, Jabba's, I guess it's his throne, right? Or his set. Incomplete.
He has a nice set.
Dirty, broken parts, and it still went for about $60.
Is that good, bad, indifferent? I
think it's good just because everything's incomplete. There's nothing in great shape. I mean, maybe the speeder bike, that's still missing the front end of the speeder bike. So everything's, either dirty, incomplete. But again, someone will take those parts and complete them with other parts or whatever and have something.
Now, is the B-Wing rare? Wasn't one of those types rare?
A-Wing was a
rare one. Okay.
Yeah,
No, I really didn't. That's why I asked.
Next up, this is just a shame what's going on with eBay and autographs. I mean, the market's flooded, but the $70 for Wade Boggs' Yankees autographed jersey, and it's framed, and it's got a COA from JSA. I mean, it would cost you, even if the frame's $30, the jersey's $70, you're at $100, the autograph, the certification, you're talking $150, and you can buy it for $70. So, if you're buying this stuff, you might as well buy it on eBay, buy when the price is right and it's low, instead of like going to these autograph shows and paying double or triple.
Well, unless the reason why is people want to
meet them, I guess. Yeah, but from what I hear, a lot of them are just like robots. They'll smile, look up, and that's about it. So if you want to pay double or triple for that, good for you. Next up, God rest his soul, Billy Bean Tigers autograph 1988 Topps card. We had about 12 of these sitting around for at least a year now, and we sold all 12 in one day.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know he was sick. He must have been sick because we were selling him before he passed away.
Wow.
So, but maybe people knew he was on his, deathbed or hospice or whatever. But again, we still got $10, $12 a piece. We got what we were asking when he was alive, but at least they all sold.
Right, they all sold. That's the key, right.
So,
wow.
Yep. Next up, I don't know what Copco is, but it's Fiesta Teapot 5-piece set, canopy set, multicolor. I've never seen this in my life.
I was going to say, where would you get that from and
never
why?
Seen it, but I got $60 for it, and I'm not going to complain because I guarantee you I didn't pay anywhere near $60 for that.
Now, would you have bought that, or would it have come in some other collection?
I got this guy that's been coming in for years now, and he's got storage units, and he used to be a dealer for all kinds of comics, cards, toys, books, whatever, and he brings me in a mishmash of stuff 2-3 days a week. He goes on eBay, and he sees what sold and didn't sell, and he gives me a little pink sheet of everything that sold and didn't sell and what the prices were. And I pay him like 25 to 40%. So, and he's fair, and the stuff always sells, and it has sold because now we don't have to tear peek it. We don't have to research it.
Right.
I give the little box with everything in it and the pink sheet to my employee. I go, there you go, price it out. So, yeah, this was part of that deal. But, yeah, very
wow.
Cool. Hot Wheels Sizzlers 1969 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am pink. I would call this good condition.
And that's really from what year is that from?
69. It's got the red lines on it. He didn't put red lines, unfortunately, but it's sold for $19.
That's it?
Yeah. But it's in rough shape. I don't know if pink was a rare color for that particular car or if they were all pink or whatever, but there's some peeling and stuff and dirt and stickers and so obviously a mint one could be $100 loose. I don't know, but still $20 for an off-grade red line isn't too bad. You could probably pick them up at garage sales $2, $3, $4, $5.
Right. Wow.
And I think this is my last one here. Jacko, the Drinking Monkey Linamar Vintage 1950s battery operated with box. Let's see. Electronics do not work and box has damage, and this sold for the $58, the full store price.
And it doesn't work. Yeah. I've never seen that one before.
You want to get real cool artwork, and I'm assuming if it works, it probably would sell for $100.
Right.
But again, there's people out there that tinker with these things, and they can clean the battery compartment and fix up what they need to fix up and get them working again.
Yeah, Jacko doesn't look like he did on the box. He looks like he's had a couple of tough days.
Yeah.
Go back to the box.
Alcohol will do that to you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Look how happy, friendly he is right there, and then he looks.
That liver's probably fading away at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not looking so good.
The eyes too.
Yeah, he's a little out of it. Remington Office. Ritter typewriter ad brochure, 1950s. Got $24 out of this. To quote Mr. Magazine, it doesn't look like much. To get $24 out of that, which is two-sided, opens to 12 by 12. Very, very happy with something rather like that. And that's one of those things you'll find in somebody's dollar box or just a big pile of stuff. You can add that to your pile. It's not going to add much cost-wise in there. And old typewriter stuff definitely does sell. It was listed in 23 and it sold in 24.
Cool.
Up next, took a while to sell. Motor Magazine, December 1959. This is one of those magazines. They have really, really cool covers on them. They're not particularly good sellers.
Exactly. Yep.
I think you bought a whole bunch of them from a friend of ours at one point, as a matter of fact.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I ended up going a little above and beyond for somebody or other. They bought the item. They made the offer yesterday, and they said, "I need it by such and such a date. Can you get it here?" In a different email. So then I looked. They're in Pennsylvania. I'm in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, they're giving me 3 days to get it there. Yeah. It should be able to make it. So I accepted it. I upgraded to priority. I said, I upgraded you to priority at no cost to you.
Cool.
And then I threw it out in my mailbox out front with the flag up, and the mailman took it as opposed to, wasting another day somewhere. Cool. So then I emailed him and said, look, it's on its way. Hopefully, if for some reason it doesn't make it,
right.
He understands that it wasn't me because I sent it out immediately afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Now that I'm retired, I'm able to do things like that more often than I was before. Because before I would have run around out in the day job, I get home, and I probably would have said, no, I can't get it there on time.
That's why I do it overnights. I actually drop them off to the post office. It's 3 minutes from me, but I bring it there in the early, late morning, early afternoon, because now there's no excuse. You know what I mean? It's got to get there the next day then.
Right. Yep, absolutely. And again, that's what having a little bit of extra time does for me, is it made a sale that it wouldn't have made otherwise.
So lucky.
Indeed. RCA Booklet, Rip Van Winkle discovers radio. So he wakes up and he found out about radio.
Cool.
He's a few years behind because this was from NBC television. He should have stayed asleep for another 2 or 3 years and discovered television.
It's like 1940s, maybe?
Yeah, I believe so. See if I put a date down below.
Oh, yeah. See? Wow, look at
early
this.
Undated, but early 40s with some early television stuff in it. Yep. Art Deco type cover on there, so it'd be late 30s, early 40s on that. So with the television and everything. Pretty neat little item, though, on that. But you wouldn't know it's NBC or any of that just from looking at it.
Right.
And that's one of those reasons why you always take a look around at the brochures, because you never know what might be in them.
And it's not ripped either.
It is not, even though it says it could be. The Adirondacks, New York State Mountains, 1928 brochure, Resorts Association. I think I took a $25 offer on this over here. Adirondack stuff always sells, so if you're around the area where you can pick that stuff up, do so. You'll make money.
Cool.
Up next, Eastman Kodak. Instant camera is here. Woo! 1976 paperweight. Took a few years to sell. I think I took a $25 offer on it. I think that instant camera cost them a lot of money, if I remember properly.
Yeah.
I believe they were sued by Polaroid, if I recall correctly. So very, very expensive foray into the instant cameras. But this is one of those things we've talked about any number of times on the channel. Know what's in your area. Kodak's in our area. You can find stuff like this here. I'm sure one of those, probably a salesperson at Kodak or something like that had gotten this and just held on to it and picked it up at their estate sale.
Cool.
And I'm sure I didn't pay anything close to $25 for it. Probably paid a couple of bucks for it at most. Up next, Bishop Rick. Construction Materials, 1920s booklet, Cedar Point, Georgia. I did not know there was a Cedar Point, Georgia. Now I do.
Wow.
really a neat item, but the problem is it's hard to figure out exactly what you're going to describe on this as far as keywords go.
Yeah.
Nice little item, but it did sell for the full $34, and it didn't take all that long to sell either. So
Nice.
pretty happy about something or other like that selling. You can find this out there, and again, when you look at that on the front, you have no idea what it is or what it's about.
Right, sure.
So, and again, that's why you page through stuff and figure out how you're going to market it. And finally, National Library Week 1967 Bookmark. Explore inner space. Read. $20 out of that. $20 out of a bookmark.
Can't argue with that. Jeez.
No, you cannot. Pretty cool looking, though. It definitely has that late 60s, early 70s look to it. No doubt at all about that. A little bit of wear on the corners as well. Kind of thing you can find inside of a book. So don't just throw the bookmarks away. Save them up, and sometimes you can make some good deals off of the things that are just in a book.
Yeah.
So hopefully that helps you a little bit. It's kind of funny when you get more out of the bookmark than you do out of the book.
True. Yeah.
We will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.